Hello everyone, it's Karina. Welcome to A Life of a Mermaid. So I'm here in my car like always. I actually been in my car for a little bit. I was just texting, making a few calls. So I don't even know where to start at this point. A lot happened this weekend. I had my legacy weekend, which is why I hadn't been recording. So yeah, like I said, I really don't know where to start. I guess I'll start with the first obvious thing for me, and then we'll kind of go down the list from there, and I'll kind of talk about that first, and just go over from there. So I hurt my ankle this weekend. Oh, we can't see it. And I have crutches. I actually have some other ones in the back that I need to adjust because those are mine. These are from a friend. Let me borrow them yesterday. So we went to the beach, did a workout. Um, the workout kind of kicked my ass. And like that I was telling my friend, I was like, I'm not used to running in the beach. Yes, I go to war with my body every day. Yes, I'm pushing my body to my limits, but it's like running in the sand and running on pavement are two completely different things. So I know that you know, obviously was behind, and at that point, if you don't look at it that way, I was the weakest link. But it's like, again, I know my body and I know that I push myself to its limits even within those moments. And it's like I couldn't breathe, my heart was beating really fast. Sorry, I'm just really fucking emotional right now. Still in pain, but I'm working through it. Um, but yeah, so like, I couldn't fucking breathe and I kept talking to myself. Yeah, I had moments where I was like, I can't, and not gonna lie, like there was times where I just wanted to walk away and be like, fuck this shit, I don't fucking eat this. But then it's like I had to kind of just remind myself that it wasn't just about me, and it was about everyone else that was there. And not just that, but about my family, Sal, my future children, my friends, my clients, everyone, that it's like, that me doing this is not just for myself, but also for those relationships. So that's what kept pushing me through. And then again, yeah, everyone around me was super fucking supportive, so that helped. And I think it was just a fucking reminder to myself that I have so many fucking people around me, but I always choose not to see them. That I choose to be so fucking righteous and be so caught up in my own fucking bullshit and caught up in my own head, and that nobody cares, poor me, this is going on, that's going on with me, that I don't fucking realize and see how many people are trying to be there for me. So that was another fucking wake up call within itself, and that's another reason why I stayed. So anyway, so we finished the workout, and like I was just like, yeah, like I fucking made it, I survived. I kicked my butt, like I can't breathe, but I fucking did it. And we got to the point where we did another exercise, and that's the part that kind of, I think, frustrates me, that it was so fucking stupid the way it happened. But again, details matter. I should have been more aware of my surroundings. Should have, positioned myself in a better stand. We were standing. We were kind of doing this exercise, kind of where someone got tackled, and we were there. And my foot went into the sand, so it kind of went in, and then it bent back this way. As I fell back, and then someone actually landed on top of me. When they landed on me, I actually heard it pop. I remember, like, I was like, fuck. Like, I didn't say it out loud at the moment because I was just so in the moment of the exercise we were doing. And again, I don't want to take away from it. But I remember just thinking, fuck, and I can feel. Again, sorry, I think I've been suppressing the pain and suppressing everything because I'm working on being strong. But I know that letting out the pain is also a strength within itself. But yeah, in the moment, like, all I wanted to do was scream. But I was like, no, you're strong. Like, after everything that you just fucking did, like, you're gonna let, you know, this be the thing that takes you down. I was like, no, fuck that. And even then, the most fucked up part though about it, that it would really fucking hit me, and like it kind of pissed me off even more about myself, that yeah, I was in pain, but the fucked up part was that it made me realize that I put myself through more pain than that. And that was the part that I think fucked with me even more, and that really like got in my head. And not just that, but like that really like was like, fuck, like you're fucking stupid, you know, because like I said, yeah, I was in physical pain, and yeah, I was, you know, discomfort and just pain in general. But that even that pain, like I said, you know, I was able to go through it and be okay with it, because I realized that I'm in much more pain within myself, and that I put myself through worse pain than what I felt with my ankle, and that I continue to feel with my ankle. So that was one of the reasons why I think I didn't cry, and why I was able to hold it in, because I was like, it was like, nah, fuck that. Like, you know, like you've been through worse. You've done worse to yourself, you know? Emotionally, you know, you beat yourself up every fucking day, you know? Or every other fucking day, or whatever it may fucking look like, you know? So I think that's one thing that really like helped me stay in control of the pain. That it was like, you've experienced worse. You've done worse to yourself, and that's the fucked up part. That you are fucking doing that to yourself. You know, when you're the one that's supposed to fucking love yourself no matter fucking what. You know? So yeah. So again, it's gonna be a really emotional fucking video today. So just to let you know if you haven't figured that out already. But yeah, like, so, you know, so again, I was in pain. Someone checked it. I think she's an RN, or I don't know, but they checked it. At that point, we just thought it was like I had rolled it, so it was just sprained. So basically, you know, just working around it, trying to stay off it as much as possible. Maneuvering little I could. Someone actually drove me back to where we were supposed to be. Once I got there again, unfortunately, it was upstairs, so I did have to kind of go up and down a few times. And again, someone had crutches, so I was able to. They let me borrow them. You know, the thing is, like, as the day continued, I can feel the pain getting like worse and worse, and then my foot was like getting more swollen, like the swell, like it was just getting worse. Like, I don't know if you guys seen the Nutty Professor, but like that's how it looked like, you know, like just how like his arms and or hands, whatever you want to call it, like it is, like that's what it looked like. So yeah, so it was really bad. Like I said, it didn't get out till about 1, and then, you know, I was supporting a friend, so we didn't leave like 2ish maybe. Then I went straight to the ER, and that was an experience within itself. You know, just getting from my car to in there, like I said again, the distance felt so far. At that point, I was just tired. My body was hurting. You know, my leg was in even more excruciating pain at that point. I mean, I hadn't slept. I woke up like at 5:30. That point's like 3 in the morning, so we're almost going on, you know, full 24 hours of not sleeping. So it was, yeah, it was like intense. And then I finally make it. I check in. They take me, and, you know, he wheels me back there because he always saw I was fucking struggling. And it's like, as he's wheeling me, like I was telling my therapist today, like the adult in me was kind of like, not ashamed, but, you know, it's kind of like, oh, I don't like this feeling, you know. And again, asking for support and asking for help is something that I struggle with, or up until now, and it's something that I'm learning and I'm surrendering to. You know, so it was like the adult in me was like, fuck, I don't fucking like this, you know, it's that. And then like the inner child in me was like, wee, like the whole time, just like, wee, you know. But so it was kind of like a back and forth where like part of me was like super fucking excited and like enjoying it, and then the other part of me was like, oh my fucking god, like why? So yeah, so anyway, so I went in, whatever, like, you know, nurses, things like that come in, they did the x-rays. Again, I really thought it was just gonna be sprain, and I think I was just hoping for that more than anything for myself. But yeah, the doctor came, and then I was kind of sleeping actually. I took a little nap and the nurse came. So I think I was still kind of like a little dosed when the doctor and the nurse came in, the RN. But then he said something about like, oh, it's fractured. And then I think the minute I heard fractured, like it took me a second. Then it just woke me the fuck up, and I'm like, what? And then so he starts explaining to me like what it means, and he says, oh, like out of like all the breaks or whatever, like a fracture is, it's a good one, and he's like, where you have it, it's actually not bad. He's like, that's one of the best ones that you can get. And like I was telling my therapist today, I was like, yeah, overachiever me. I was like, I got injured, but I got one of the best injuries to get. And we just started laughing. He's like, yeah, he's like, even when you're injured, you do it right. I was like, apparently I'm that fucking amazing. So yeah, so again, I'm right now I'm just looking at the positive of things and just making a joke, not making a joke out of it, but focusing on the bright side of things and trying to see the light in all of this and the humor in all of this. So yeah, so he said it was fractured. He did say I should be getting a cast again. It was really, really swollen, so he's like, we can't do much for it right now. He's like, we'll put a splint. He's like, we'll give a referral for the orthopedic. He's like, they'll be calling you. Schedule an appointment and then go from there. He said, but at this point, he's like, I believe you probably most likely will be in a cast. He's like, from anything from 6 to 8 weeks. And of course, like the first thing that came to mind, it's like my working out. It's like, what the fuck am I gonna do? I set a goal to lose 60 pounds by November. We're in pretty much October. Pretty much almost November at this point, end of October, and it's like, that probably is gonna roll over to fucking December, and it's like, what the fuck? So of course I fucking asked, like, I was like, I've been going to the gym. I was like, I've been working out and stuff, and I was like, what does this mean? And he's like, yeah, he's like, no working out. He's like, you should be off it. And that's when he said you'll get a cast, anything from 6 to 8 weeks. So I did end up reaching out again to Drew, personal trainer. And I mean, the minute I thought I was sprained, I had to reach out and I said, hey, like, not good. I thought I was sprained at that point. But I was like, can we schedule a time to talk tomorrow? Just, so we can see like how I can move forward from this. Like, I don't want this to get in the way. I don't want this, to be the thing that brings me back. I was like, I want to continue working out, whatever that may look like for me at this point, whatever I can do. I want to be able to do that. So we actually just talk right now, and, again, he's very supportive. I think, one thing that, again, I think we're a lot alike in that sense. So I think he kind of can already knows or can be in tune kind of where I'm at, where my thoughts are at. That I don't want this to bring me back. And he's like, hey, like, we're going over a new meal plan. He's like, we'll meet, our next appointment. He's like, and I'll show you exercises that you can do at home. He's like, and then, we can go, from there. He's like, there's still things that you can do, work on upper body. And then, he's like, there's other things that you can still do. He's like, whether you do them at home or also the gym. So right now, like I said, the crutches alone, it's a workout within itself. I mean, I'm not used to it. Again, I hurt my right ankle, which is my dominant foot, and it's my driving foot, my everything. I'm right-handed. My right side is everything. So I'm definitely struggling. Like I said, even just jumping on my fucking left foot and using the using crutches alone is a fucking battle within itself. So yeah, so I mean, so I was telling her, I was like, yeah, I was like, that's a workout within itself. That's, something that I'm struggling right now, just alone, not even putting everything else on top of it. But yeah, so we have an appointment on Thursday, so we're meeting Thursday, to basically kind of go over everything, and just, move forward from here and figure things out. So yeah, like I said, on here and there, like I'm just still kind of emotional, but I know that I'm sleep deprived. I haven't really slept. So right now I'm just trying to figure things out. I'm kind of waiting for Sal to get home because I have all this shit in my car that I need to take out. And then, I need a little more support in the room because it's a fucking mess. I haven't cleaned. I haven't been able to do much. And then I think just being able to see him, because I just saw him last night when I got home, like 3, 4 in the morning, and I had to call him because I was like in tears, getting out of my car in so much fucking pain, and all the cars were in the driveway, like I didn't fit, I didn't know what the fuck to do, and I had crutches, like it's fucking dark, and so I just called him and I was like, I need you right now. I was like, I don't know what to do. And he's just like, hey, hey, hey. He's like, yeah, I'll come out. He woke up, and he came out and he's like, hey, relax. He's like, this is new. You've never used crutches. You've never had a broken bone. Like, it's going to take time. Like, you're not alone. Like, we'll figure this out together. And again, he's my freaking rock. He's my everything. He's the one that always just knows how to fucking center me and brings me back, So, I mean, like, I had to fucking use the restroom so bad. But at that point, like, again, I was fucking tired, just everything, all my fucking circumstances, right? And, like, he went into the restroom with me and, like, he had to, like, help me put my pants down and do everything. And, like, I mean, you've been together 11 years, like, I mean, I'm so fucking comfortable with him, like, if I had to do that with anyone, like, I couldn't imagine anyone but him, but, again, that, to be that fucking vulnerable with someone, and to be that fucking helpless, like, it's something that, it's still a little hard for me, but, I'm so fucking appreciative of him, that, like, you didn't even think twice. Called him at 4 in the fucking morning when he was sleeping, and he just, comes out, yeah, what do you need? Going to the fucking restroom with me, and helping me and stuff like that, and, like, it's just a fucking amazing feeling, And just, I mean, I know how fucking loved I am. I know how much I mean to him, and I know what our relationship is. But I think just to be able to, like, really experience it in that fucking moment when I was in, like, a really bad place, just because, again, all my emotions and my circumstances were there. Like, I felt like I finally had a moment to really breathe, finally had a moment to really allow myself to be in the pain. Everything just fucking hit me. But again, he was fucking there for me. So I will forever fucking be grateful for him, because he just continues to show up for me, continues to be a fucking amazing man, and just always reminds me, like, how fucking lucky I am to call him my husband, and how fucking lucky I am to have him in my life. So I fucking love you. But yeah, I went to bed, like, so I'm still kind of sleep deprived, so I need to figure shit out. And right now, like I said, I need him so he can help me get my stuff out of my car, and I can feel like I can move forward. And I need to call my supervisor so I can call off for tomorrow, and just see what I'm going to do from here. But yeah, so that's what's going on with my ankle and stuff like that. And like I said, I'm not gonna let this stop me. I'm not gonna let this get in the fucking way. I know what my destination is. It's just, there's a roadblock in this street, so I need to find a different route. But sorry guys. The goal is still the same one. Now it's just figuring out, sorry, it's hurting right now. Right now the goal is just finding out a different road, basically. Oh fuck, sorry. Okay. So yeah, so back to this weekend. Friday, I had the day off. I had my morning gym session. I can't remember if I had talked about it, but I did lose 35 pounds. Obviously, like I said, I didn't meet, I didn't lose the 40, like, in it, like, what was my goal. But I know I've gained muscle. So, it balances itself out. And like I said, again, there was things that I've been doing, that I wasn't able to do before. So again, to me, it's been a win. Like I didn't let that defeat me or bring me down because it's a win. I was doing like 30-second planks. Again, I did a 33-second plank, 33-second weighted plank. Again, something that I would have never been able to do in the past. I was jogging, I was doing all these things that, again, I hadn't been able to do before. Again, even though I technically didn't meet my goal, there were still a lot of other things that I was able to do and I was doing, that, to me goes above and beyond meeting a fucking number on the scale. So to me, I think I went above and beyond my goal. So Friday I did that. I visited my mom for a little bit. Again, it was nice just being able to like talk to her and be there for her and stuff like that. I just saw her for a little bit because I was kind of rushing late. I had so many errands to do, so many things to do. So it's just like, hey, like, I got lunch because I hadn't had a chance to really eat nothing since I was getting weighted. And then we talked and stuff like that. And we had lunch, and I was like, okay, I gotta go. I have to go wash my car, and I was like, and then I have to go. I was like, get ready and stuff like that. So Friday night, got home, got ready, had lunch, dinner, and then went to the training. Friday night not much came up for me. I think I was kind of in a kind of not shitty mood about the situation. Again, just what had been going on. I think I was still kind of holding on to resentment on certain people and the tribe in general. And then again, about like Sal going to basic and doing the training himself. Like, it's something that I was kind of pushing away. I didn't want to focus on because, like he had made a clear request of, this is something that I don't want. Like, since the beginning, I didn't want you to force me into or push me into it. And that's basically what it ended up being. So it was kind of brought up like, hey, we can work on this. We can try to figure things out and, like help him get enrolled. And, so it kind of triggered that in me of like this is not what I want. Like, yeah, I do see him going to the training, but it's like, I just not right now. Like right now, I know, I'm going to continue showing up for him. I'm going to continue, depositing into our relationship. But it's like right now I know that, I need to focus on that, and then I know the rest will kind of come through. So I was kind of already in my head about that, like I said. So it's, but we had an opportunity where we were able, can't remember if it was Friday or Saturday, but we were able to address like any concerns that we had, issues that we had. So I addressed it, and that definitely cleared the air, at least for me, of just letting go of the frustration. Again, it wasn't even so much for specific people in general as just as a whole of like, like showing up for people and showing up for me. So it was just more of that. And then Saturday, that's where it kind of got a little intense. I got in I was still kind of in my head. Sal came up, our relationship came up, the whole thing of like, basic and how I show up to him. And that fucking like triggered the shit out of me just because, like I said, I to me, it's like, I know our relationship has changed. I know I've changed, and I know the positive effect that my changes have had on him. So at that moment, like all I kept hearing was like, you're not good enough. Like you're not doing like your job, type thing. Like that's kind of what I kept focusing on. So it kind of triggered me, and then, we did like an exercise basically where, like everything was kind of just thrown in my face. And again, I just realized like, yeah, like this is what I do. I don't get my way, and or not my way, but I don't feel heard. I feel, misunderstood. And, again, I'm feeding the insecure wolf, and it just gets big, and I run out, and, I make people feel like shit. I make myself feel like shit. So I realized like that's not what I want, so that moment it's like, I'm not someone that likes attention, and especially I don't want it in that way. Again, if I want to be remembered, I want people to hear Karina or Karina Montezelka and to think of a powerful, confident woman, of a leader, of being a therapist, of making a change in the world, of making a change in people's lives. Like, that's what I want to be remembered for, not, being a drama queen and, running out and all this other stuff. Like, that's the things that I want to be remembered for, so that really just was kind of a wake-up call within itself. Again, we did a lot of appreciation in general. Not much came up at a lot within that stuff. Like I said, really just learning to let go of the resentments or talking to people. One thing I learned that, like, I forgot the role of it, but basically I'm a martyr. So again, I do take that role of like, oh, I do everything, nobody cares, da da da, like, look at me, look what I did. And I realize that I do that a lot. So I'm definitely taking a look at that. And not that it's a bad thing. We all have our ways of being, and we all have, one that, like, it can protect you and it can serve you. But not always, So just being aware of when I'm doing it and being able to, shift it and focus on what's going to support me and stuff like that. So that was neat within itself, just to be able to realize that. And see what it does and where it takes me and what it does to others. Again, not much that I can think of coming up for me on Saturday. We were gonna do it where we had a workout for Sunday morning, so I know I was kind of just nervous about that, not sure what to expect. I know I talked a little bit about it as the video started. So we met up. Like I said, again, we ended kind of late, and then I didn't, like, around 10 or 11, and then I didn't leave there till like 12-ish, because I was talking to a friend. She needed support, and then I needed support as well. So we were just kind of being there for each other, talking about what's going on and stuff like that. Oh, I remembered another thing too. Yeah, but we were just talking about, like, how we felt, what's going on for each one of us, and that kind of stuff. So I didn't leave till late, and again, we had to be at the beach at 6. I didn't wake up till like 5:30 something. I was like, fuck. The good thing is that when I got home, I had packed my lunch, my snacks. I had gotten my clothes ready. I had everything ready, which was a good thing, because if not, I would have been fucked. But yeah, so anyways, one other thing that came Saturday too, we had to talk about our biggest fears, and I realized that my biggest fear was being abandoned. And losing people, again, because I'm not worthy or I don't have value, and them just kind of realizing that they're tired of me. So again, that's something that, was kind of lingering. I was kind of just processing and moving forward with. So anyway, so Sunday, luckily they extended the time from 6 to 6:10, and I got to like 6:04, and I was like, oh, thank you, Jesus. So we get there, they want us to start running from, where we're at into the middle of the sand. And I did the best I could. And already there, I was like passing, like feeling like crap. And then we had to like, run. And I did the best that I could. But like I said earlier, like I realized, I'm still learning to jog, and I'm teaching my body, on running and jogging and stuff like that. But it's like jogging on the street or on pavement or in the gym or in the treadmill is completely different to jogging on the fucking beach and the sand. So I'm giving myself credit, and I think I did great given the fuck my circumstances. Given the situation, like, I know that I did the best that I could, and I am proud of myself because I did push through. Like I said, there was moments where I just wanted to say fuck it and give up, and I didn't. So, and the fact that, again, that it took everything in me to physically do that, I think it shows my strength, because some people, are thinner or whatever, and, again, we all struggle because it is fucking sand, but it's like, for someone that, weighs 260 something pounds, and it's learning and training their fucking body, like, yeah, of course, that's gonna be a fucking bitch, like, that's, So yeah, so like I said, and then we did other stuff, which again, I gave it my all. So again, I'm proud of myself. And then, then we did the exercise thing, and then that's when I, hurt my ankle. And then we did like a meditation that really like, it was just empowering and mind fucking all at once. Because part of the meditation was allowing yourself to go into the darkness of your soul and yourself and the things that you're experiencing. And, as we're going down and we're going there, like, you meet with your inner child. And it's like, I was holding her down. She was in such a really fucking dark place. She was in so much pain. And then, just to realize that, like, I was doing that to her, that I was holding her like this, was kind of mind fucking, within itself. And then, she got the opportunity to talk to me, and the thing that she said, or the thing that hit me the most is that I was still holding a lot of resentment to my parents, because of what happened, that I was, of my sexual abuse, that, sorry guys, because of my sexual abuse, that I felt like my parents didn't protect me. So I think the conversations that I was creating, that it's like, if my parents couldn't protect me, then how the fuck is anyone else going to protect me? How is Sal going to protect me? How is, friends, whatever, how are they going to be there for me if my own parents couldn't be there for me? So I think, I've always kind of pushed people away, or still keep that distance in a sense, because, I still want to feel like, like, okay, I'm in control. I got this. Yeah, they're here and stuff, but it's like, I know they can only do so much for me, so then I need to do the rest. So that's one thing that, really fucking hit me, and I was like, fuck. And the thing that really hit home was the fact that, when she was talking to me, she said, I miss people. I miss playing with others. I miss being around people. I miss being silly. I miss being fun. I miss my sisters. I miss playing with them. And that just really fucked with me, because again, I realized that I keep that distance, and that it is hard for me to be silly, or like, not a lot of people know that side of me. Again, a lot of people that have met me now, they're like, when it comes out, they're like, oh, like, you're funny, or you're sassy. And it's like, yeah, but again, it's like, they don't know what they don't know, because I haven't allowed them to see that side of me, not a lot of people really know me for me. So that was something else that really fucking like stuck to me too, and that I brought up in therapy today, and we kind of process it, and I want to kind of continue pushing forward with that, and really, exploring that even more, and talking to Sal about it, and again, letting go of the resentment, letting go of the expectations, and just being in the moment, and accepting and surrendering to the fact that, yes, I'm going to get hurt. Yes, people are going to let me down. Yes, people are going to fuck up. And that's okay, because that's part of life. I'm going to fuck up too. I'm going to let people down. And that's fine. That's just the way life is, unfortunately. So that was one of the biggest things I think I took from that. Then we chose 3 items that are holding us back, and reflect on what they're holding us back from. And one of the things, for me, was being a controlling bitch. And again, like, especially after the inner child process, I realized that I am a controlling bitch, because it's not so much I want to be in control, but it is, again, that not trusting, not letting people get too close, not trusting others to steer me in the right way, or not trusting others that they're going to protect me. So that's why I always have to be in some type of control, or feel like, yeah, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, because, I feel that if I'm in charge, then I won't get hurt. Or, if I hurt myself, then it's like, oh, it's okay, I've done this before, but it's different hurting yourself than having someone else hurt you. So that was one of the things that I had to let go, and it affects my relationships. It affects, really just relationships, that I'm not allowing myself to get close to others. I'm not allowing myself to really have a fulfilled or, explore those relationships because of that. Another thing that controls me was my negative self-conversation. So again, that I have no value and that I'm not worthy. And again, relationships with others, because if I'm not good enough, then again, I'm not always completely there for others. I'm not really completely there when I'm with them, even when I am there. And then again, the relationship with myself, because I don't have a relationship with myself, or, one where I conditionally love myself 100% of the time, because I'm always battling those conversations back and forth. So that's another thing that I let go. And then the third thing was time, that I do let time use me, that I'm always so focused on, like, I have time for this, I don't have time for that. And, so just letting that go. And again, being in the present, being in the moment, focusing on what's important to me, and just doing it. So sorry, it's hurting again. Burning those items, I think, was really just powerful. But like I told my therapist, it wasn't so much just burning them as like saying them out loud, and really reviewing the things that it's making me miss out on and how it's affecting me. Like that within itself was mind fucking for me, and it was just like, okay, fuck, we can't keep doing this. We're letting that shit go, and we're moving forward, and what can we do? How are we moving forward? So that was something else that really stuck out to me. And yeah, so that was it. Again, the rest was kind of appreciation and realizing your conflict, I don't know, whatever, the way you handle conflict. And I realized that I'm a competitor, kind of that I always want to be right, that I'm fucking self-righteous. And it's gotten, I think, especially with Sal, like, I know I don't really go there anymore. But I know in general that's kind of usually my go-to, that when I am angry or, kind of triggered or the bear is poked, like, I always go into that side of, like, I need to be right, I know best. And, and again, I think it goes back to the not trusting, not being a control freak, and wanting to, be ahead of the game and protect myself in a sense. But, I'm really not protecting myself, because I'm only pushing people away, further away. And that's not good. That's not the overall goal or the thing that we ultimately want. So that was one thing that I realized. Again, then we had like a lot of fun. Again, just letting my guard down, being vulnerable, being funny, being present, letting people see my silly side, letting people see my shady bitch side, letting people, just see all of that. So I had a good time. I really, really did. Like overall, I've learned a lot. Like I said, I really got pushed to my limits in more way than one. Again, even then, like, even physically, I got physically I got my ass kicked and handed to me. But even then, like I said, yeah, I'm kind of in the moments frustrated, whatever, going through the motions. But it's like, I know a lot of it has to do with sleep, which I'm hoping to get right now. But even then, like I said, within the days, I know that it's like, I'm not going to let this stop me. Yeah, I can be emotional right now and whatever, but I'm not going to let this stop me. I'm going to fight through, and I'm going to push forward. So overall it was a really good weekend. I got a letter from my possibility angel, and I'm going to share with you guys, and I got a gift. But I'm going to read my letter just because it meant a lot